For more than half a century, the moon has been hiding something. Not aliens, not a secret base. Something far more unsettling. A sound that should not exist. And the strangest part, the first humans who heard it chose to stay silent. In May 1969, just weeks before Apollo 11 moon landing would change history, another mission slipped quietly into lunar orbit, Apollo 10 mission. It was supposed to be routine, a rehearsal, nothing more. 3 astronauts, Thomas Stafford, John Young, and Eugene Cernan, flew behind the far side of the moon. And then, silence. No radio, no Earth, no backup. They became the most isolated humans in history. And inside that silence, something started to happen. A sound began bleeding through their headsets. Not static, not interference as they knew it. A rising, falling, almost musical whistle. One of them described it later as like outer space music. Think about that. In a place where sound cannot travel, where physics itself says silence should be absolute. They heard something. And here's where it gets disturbing. They didn't report it, not to NASA, not in debrief, not to anyone. For decades. Why? Because in 1969, being an astronaut didn't just mean courage. It meant perfection. Any sign of confusion, hallucination, or unexplained perception could end your career instantly. So they made a decision, they buried it. But the moon wasn't done. 2 months later, during Apollo 11 mission, while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the surface, one man stayed alone in orbit. Michael Collins, completely cut off, again, and he heard it too, a strange woo-woo sound in his headset. The difference? This time NASA had warned him. They told him it was probably interference. 2 radios interacting, creating what engineers call a beat frequency. A clean explanation, comforting but not perfect. Because one mission before all of this, Apollo 8 mission, never heard anything. And that mission had only one radio system. No second signal, no interference, no sound. Which makes the explanation convincing, but not complete. Even astronauts like Al Worden later questioned it. If they heard something unusual, he said, there was probably something unusual to hear. Now, fast forward. April 2026. For the first time in over 50 years, humans returned to that same stretch of silence. The mission, Artemis II. 4 astronauts, Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, flew farther than any humans since Apollo. They passed behind the moon, lost contact with Earth, and entered the same silence. But this time, something else happened. They saw flashes, tiny bursts of white-blue light across the dark lunar surface. Micrometeorites hitting the moon at insane speeds and vanishing in milliseconds. Beautiful, terrifying, real. But when it comes to the sound, they've said nothing. No whistle, no tone, no space music. Just silence. So what does that mean? Maybe the mystery is solved. Modern spacecraft don't use the same radio systems. No overlapping signals means no interference. No interference means no sound. Case closed. Or maybe it isn't, because space is not empty. The moon passes through Earth's magnetotail, MON, a stream of charged particles stretching millions of kilometers into space. Those particles can interact with spacecraft, create tiny electrical currents, sometimes even sounds. But not like a whistle, not something musical, not something structured. Then there are moonquakes, deep vibrations beneath the lunar surface. Could they somehow resonate through a spacecraft? Maybe, but again, unlikely. And then comes the uncomfortable possibility. What if the sound wasn't from the spacecraft at all? What if it was something we simply don't understand yet? Because every time humanity has listened to the universe in a new way, we've discovered something unexpected: pulsars, fast radio bursts, cosmic background radiation. All of them were once impossible sounds, until they weren't. Now imagine this: you're alone, floating behind the moon. Earth is gone from the sky. No voices, no signals, no connection to humanity. Below you, the surface flickers with silent explosions, and then you hear it, a tone. Soft at first, then rising, falling, almost intentional. You look at the person next to you and you both realize you're not imagining it. That's what Apollo 10 experienced. That's what Michael Collins heard. And whatever happened during Artemis II, only 4 people truly know. And history suggests something chilling. If they heard it, we might not find out for decades, because the far side of the moon isn't the darkest place humans have ever been. It's the quietest. And sometimes, silence doesn't mean nothing is there. It just means you're finally able to hear it, and whatever has been there all along has been waiting for us to listen again.